What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today I've got a spin on a classic gingerbread cookie. It's a little bit of a unique recipe, and there is one specialty ingredient that we'll go over in just 1 second, but I will say if you have a gluten intolerance, this is completely gluten-free. So if that's something that you're looking for, this will 100% meet your needs. So without further ado, let's quickly go over our ingredients before we start cooking. All right, here's our ingredients. So first and foremost, let's do the specialty ingredient first. That is going to be this Mochiko sweet rice flour. So I bought this on Amazon. I got a 3-pack for, I wanna say about $10 or $12. It came in 2 days. It was easy for me. I don't have an international supermarket that I'm aware of near my house, so this was the easiest way to do it. If you have an Asian supermarket or an international supermarket close by, I would check there first because they probably will have it. From what I understand, using just Mochiko brand is all you can do. Don't buy something different. So if you can't find it, get it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Then we'll need 4 large eggs, 1.5 cups of light brown sugar, half a cup of unsulfured molasses, 1 full stick of unsalted melted butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 13.5 ounce can of unsweetened coconut milk, a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, and 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, and I don't know if I said it already, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And that's it. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's start cooking. All right, first thing we need to do is preheat our oven to 350 F or 175 C. Next, we're gonna add our stick of butter into a microwave-safe bowl, throw that in the microwave for about 1 minute and heat that up. Then once it's done, pour it into a large bowl. When I say large bowl, I mean use your biggest bowl, because every time I make a mochi recipe, I pretty much run out of room and it looks like I'm about to overflow. To your melted butter, add your brown sugar. Give that a good thorough whisk to combine. And then once that's done, we can start to add our other wet ingredients, which are going to include our half a cup of molasses, our 13.5 ounce can of coconut milk, our 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, our vanilla extract, and our large eggs. Pro tip on the eggs, which is something that I did not do for this particular batch, you should absolutely crack your eggs in a separate bowl, because if you happen to crack them and there's a bit of shell in there, you can pick it out. If you crack your eggs into your big bowl of everything else and there's shell in there, guess what? Everybody's eating some shell. So don't be like me and crack your eggs in a separate bowl. Now, once all of your wet ingredients are in there, give everything a really good mix to combine. And you might be looking at this and thinking, hey, Rye, your batter looks kinda chunky. And you'd be right. And the reason for that is my can of coconut milk, even though I shook it really hard for like a minute, it did not break up the coconut solids. And so when I opened it, I kind of had to like mush it all down and do my best to mix it together to get it to be like a homogeneous milk rather than two like separate entities. And if you've never cooked with coconut milk before, you're probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Just trust me, shake your coconut milk like your life depends on it and you won't have this problem. I'm gonna mix it really well and I don't think it's going to affect the final product in terms of texture or taste, but it'll look better. Anyways, once all of your wet ingredients are whisked together, you can add in your box of flour along with all of your spices and once again, mix until homogenized. At this point, we don't need to let it rest. We don't need to do anything fancy with it. We're going to take our 9x13 baking pan and we're going to grease that up. I'm just gonna use some cooking spray. You can use butter, whatever you really want to, but cooking spray is just easier and to me, in my mind, a little bit healthier. So once you're greased up, pour your batter on in and then pop that into the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes to start. Now, if you don't have a 9x13 baking pan, you can use a 9x9. However, it's going to take a lot longer to cook because it's such a thick dough, or batter, I should say. So Just keep in mind that 50 minutes will not cut it for 9 by 9, but 9 by 13, 50 minutes was absolutely perfect for me. It came out like the perfect texture. And let's cut it into slices and see how it looks. And then we can give it a taste. All right, so they've been cooling for probably about an hour now. You want them to be as close to room temperature as you can. If you've never had mochi before, the texture is something between what I would call like a marshmallow crossed with a bread pudding, which probably sounds really weird if you haven't tried one, but trust me, once you make it and try it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I get it. So without further ado, let's see, does it taste like gingerbread? It's good. I think it needs a little more molasses. I think when I put the recipe in the description, I'm probably gonna double the amount of molasses. It definitely is beginning to taste like gingerbread. It's just missing just a little smidge of something, and I think extra molasses would do it. So I might increase that to 1 cup instead of half a cup. But aside from that, it's delicious. I mean, it's gingerbread, you can't beat it. And it's perfect for this time of year. So that's pretty much all I've got for us today. Thank you for tuning in and watching like we do every week. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.